We've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wide.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. After the sack on first down, Jackson complete to Bryant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw. Those are the kinds of plays right there. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, he's still nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Room past the 20, and all the way up to the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. On third down, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. They'll set up a throw.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Where's 52? 52? 52's the mic.
Jackson to throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now back to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And he'll give it here to his running back. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further out in front. What's good on the extra point? And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Armstrong.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Ready? 30 base. Check 55. Here we go. Go. Snap.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back to throw.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Back to throw here.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 6-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front.
But this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Bryant has it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop the throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught at the 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that will do it for... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Check 55 to Mike. Come on. Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Now the pressure gets to him again.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Hey, let's go.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 21 yards away, as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He'll look to set up his blockers.
Running into the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
"51 yards on the punt there.
Here we go. Here we go.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz good on the extra point. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw here. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Going for a right side here, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice. And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. And this crowd can't believe what they're seeing. Things go wrong even after a touchdown in this one. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. Again, he finds an opening. Past the 20. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Check 50, check 50.
Now a give, right side. McFarland. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Now Jackson on 1st down. It's caught by Bryant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st down, McFarland. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland.
We got this.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here? And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire...
Y'all already know what time it is, huh?